What's up everyone, hello and welcome to another character preview. It's been a little while, and as we can see here, if we switch over to the hero screen, this is the hero that we're all looking for, the one locked hero in the overview at the moment, which is Ignozio. Ignozio has been a mysterious figure who has been protecting the city of Fiveport for centuries. My theory would be that different people are switching in and out of this mysterious armor, and that's how they are keeping up the myth that it's the same guy and it's actually different people. But well, who knows? Maybe it's like some other thing, some construct or something. We have these things in Rivengard, you know this. Hello, hey, good evening. Yes, good evening indeed. All right, so this is the latest hero. We're gonna try and run through this kind of fast because someone told me on Facebook that my videos are too long. So I'm doing this for you. Now, I truly believe there's not that much to say about the unit. Because there's a lot of things that are just like straight shooting at you. Yeah, you're looking at it for like 5 minutes and you're like, okay, I can tell whether or not this unit is good. Alright, so let's start with the unit basics. We can see that here. This is the common version, the starting version of Ignozio. Basically, what you're going to be having if you're playing him in Tournament Arena. Because here we have Stone rank 1, Iron rank 1, something max rank for common units, whatever the name is, I don't remember. And this is basically the stats that this unit is going to have if you are playing him in Tournament Arena. Now these stats are kinda samey to other units in Tournament Arena. There are some units that are a lot beefier. They have up to 120 health. However, keep in mind, this unit is unequipped. So if you add a little, I honestly don't know. Let's. I'm just gonna quickly check this out. We need to look at rogues. I don't have rogues. Let me switch back to my live stream. There needs to be. Here's a rogue, Contorter. Thank you so much, Contorter. So as you can see here, the sheepskin cuirass gives plus 22 health. I have no idea what the max health is for a common equipment, but I would assume it's something like 25, 40 maybe. No, 40 is a bit high, I guess. So something like 30 health on top of what we see here is somewhat realistic. So his stats in Tournament Arena are going to be around 100 health, which is not terrible. And then on top of that, which is very, very important, this is a rogue. And the rogue is carrying physical armor. Now, if you don't know this, typically rogues deal physical damage and they have magical armor. Mages typically deal magical damage and they have magical armor. And then warriors, they deal physical damage most of the time. Yeah, pretty much always. And they tend to have physical armor. So this is a unit that is out of the regular spectrum, so to say. He's not dealing physical damage like most other rogues. He's dealing magical damage. Now this is good and bad at the same time. It's bad because rogues have class advantage over mages. So rogues deal more damage to mages. But mages have magical armor. So normally you want your rogues to have to deal physical damage so they can take out the mages. However, this is obviously better if he's going up against warriors, because warriors are normally the hardest to beat units for rogues. But they have physical armor, but if you're dealing magical damage, there's a higher chance you're dealing more damage. At the same time, the enemies, so to speak, of rogues are warriors. Warriors have class advantage over rogues, and the fact that this unit has physical armor means it's a bit harder to kill for enemy warriors. It also means that this unit is a bit more relevant in this regard against dragons, because all of the attacks of dragons are dealing physical damage. So there's a higher chance that this unit is going to be like standing around for a little bit longer. All right. Good evening. Hey, hi. Keep lurking, yeah. So the other things that we see here, he's got movement 2 and range 3. Now, this is like so that means we can compare this unit very, very easily to other units that have the same movement, the same stats basically in terms of movement and range. And those units are 1 Salvo. Salvo also has movement 2, range 3. Not a great unit, but he has an effect that can, at least in theory, deal damage to several enemies. So that's always a good thing. If a unit has like an AoE effect, he can damage several enemy units. That's always good. So Salvo could be like one comparison. Not a unit that sees a whole lot of play. Monty is the same as well. So this is not like an unusual combination of movement and range for rogues. We have a couple of those. Katsuma is also the same. Also 2 movement, 3 range. And then obviously, I mean, everybody knows this unit. Lots of people don't like this unit, especially in Tournament Arena. Snazzbang. 2 movement, 3 range. So that's the problem for Ignozio. If Snazzbang were not around, he would not compete against any great unit. Like all of the other rogues that we just talked about, all of them, none of them are great. Like Katsuma is a unit that I trash for a living, even though I kinda like her, but I'm kinda happy. The other day, Katsuma actually one-shot my Diamond Rank 3 gigs, and I was shocked. I was like, since when is Katsuma relevant again in regular arena, not in tournament arena? But okay, I mean, every blue moon Katsuma actually shoots a unit down and it's kind of good. Monty doesn't see any play except for in like top level guilds with people that have leveled absolutely every character under the sun, and then they decided that Snazzbang is like too good a unit and they want to play a worse version of Snazzbang, so they're playing Monty. So Monty sometimes sees some play against some dragons. Yeah, there's a lot of sums in that sentence because this unit is like some kind of good, okay? And by that I'm trying to say he's not. And then Salvo has the big disadvantage that he backfires. There's a chance that Salvo's passive causes him to damage to your own units. And then there's also the threat that his active is hitting like a random tile where your own summons are in or something, and then you're killing your own units. So all of these units, not great. And if Ignozio only had to go up against these guys, wouldn't be a problem for him. However, because of the movement, because of the range, he has to go up against Snazzbang. Yeah, it's like the closest comparison we can make in terms of good units, and that's his main problem. Because his stats, if we look at Gold Rank 1, 790, 480, 18, and 335 physical armor. Again, physical armor is kind of good. I honestly haven't been playing with Gold Rank 1 units in a long time. I can try and find... Actually, Katsuma is Silver Rank 2. So, let's see. Katsuma is Silver Rank 2. She's got 784 health. However, she's wearing an armor. So, we basically have to subtract 163 from her. So, that means she's currently on 620 health. Okay, so Ignozio beats her on that. Physical damage 278. He's doing 418. So he's kind of like Snazzbang, very offensive oriented, doing a lot of damage. Okay, so he definitely beats her there, like without a question. And then magical armor 279. He's got 335 physical armor, and again he's not wearing any equipments yet. By the way, when you're equipping him, equip him with something that gives him more armor than health. So there's always 2 slots or 2 types of equipment. One that gives a lot of health and very little armor, and then one that gives you like a balanced amount of both armor and health. And for units that have armor that is not the typical armor, so for a rogue that has physical armor instead of magical armor, give him the equipment that gives him higher armor. That's typically better for these units. Alright, so beating Katsuma in stats seems like kind of comparable, yes. And then when you look at the legendary unit, this seems kind of underwhelming, to be honest, stat-wise. We're just talking about the stats, don't get me wrong, okay? So, stat-wise, the legendary unit seems kind of underwhelming because Snazzbang is a glass cannon. Snazzbang is really only there to shoot enemies in the face, and when he gets hit, he falls. Like, Snazzbang is kind of tanky when he's Diamond Rank 3, but so is every other unit in the game. If you make it to Diamond Rank 3, units have really high stats. So to like really bring that home, here's my Snazzbang, Diamond Rank 3. He does not have the legendary star yet. He's got 2,500 health. This is not heightened by an equipment because Snazzbang doesn't wear any armor. He's that kind of guy. He's like a free-loving spirit and he doesn't like to wear clothes apparently. So he's got more health than Ignozio. Yes, Ignozio is going to have the same health if he puts on some clothes. But that's not the winning argument as far as I'm concerned. He should already be having more health than Snazzbang, and he doesn't because he's not a glass cannon like Snazzbang. He cannot do one thing, and one thing really well, which is shooting enemies in the face, although he can do that. So he should be more tanky in my opinion. Magical damage, physical damage. This is kind of the same, 1179, 1171. However, again, my Snazzbang is not a gold star, okay? Or legendary star, whatever you call it. So this is fine, but not like great. But again, he's doing magical damage. It can be relevant, especially if he's going up against warriors. Physical armor 844. I don't know. That's an insult as far as I'm concerned. Snazzbang has 1,100, and Snazzbang is not beefy. Again, I've been saying this a million times now. That this unit has less armor than Snazzbang, I don't know. Something is very, very wrong here. I believe that this unit needs like some injection, and then some steroids or something, and then he can be better. Like stat wise, this unit is not great. I'm sorry. Like every unit under the sun should have better stats than Snazzbang, because Snazzbang is a glass cannon. Okay, I hope this makes sense. But yes, say my name, Eunice. Hello, hi. Hey, oh, hey Griff. I've seen many times Salvo even kill himself with the axe. Yes, Salvo can do that too. That's true. All right, so. First, learning of the day, the stats are not great, okay? I think that's something that cannot be argued. I think this is clear as day as far as I'm concerned. If you disagree, let me know, and please give a reason why, because I don't see it. All right, so let's talk about the effects. The active effect is Hail of Bullets. Oops, what was that? Sorry, guys. Here we go. Okay, the active effect is Hail of Bullets. Now, this is an effect where he fires 6 bullets in one of 6 directions. Well, we're playing on hexagon fields, so that makes sense. You can go in any direction, yeah? The 6 directions that are possible when you're standing anywhere on a map in Rivengard. Each bullet deals ability damage. We're going to be talking about the amount in a second. If a unit is defeated, so if he shoots at someone and they go down, leftover bullets, so he keeps shooting even though they're down, okay, my kind of guy. He keeps shooting bullets in the same direction on the next unit in the line of fire. So in that sense, he's very much like a Queen Akeshru, similar to Naevis, with a big difference. Naevis needs to get close to the enemy to do her effect, but she's guaranteed to always hit all 3 enemies. Even if there's nobody in the middle, she hits the first and the last unit. Something that I pointed out in my Naevis preview. So in that sense, Hail of Bullets is a little bit worse. It's a little bit worse because you don't you have to get into a certain position, whereas Naevis just walks up to the enemy and then you're guaranteed to damage all 3, whereas Hail of Bullets is only really damaging 1 guaranteed, and then if they go down, you're damaging the second unit in the line. Now this effect is a lot worse than the effect of Queen Akeshru, because Queen Akeshru really doesn't care where she stands. You do not have to position Queen Akeshru in a way so she's like looking straight at the enemy. Queen Akeshru can be like in a shrub, like taking cover, and then just unleash the Dark Dragon on the enemies. And it doesn't matter if like the line of enemies is going in this direction and Queen Akeshru is standing here. Like, she doesn't have to be in the same line as the enemies. You can move her wherever you want in a shrub. You just target the first unit and the Dark Dragon is gonna swoosh over everything and deal damage. So when you compare it to those 2 effects, it is like situationally better than Naevis' effect. In some situations it's better. I believe that this effect is always worse than the effect of Queen Akeshru. Because first of all, Queen Akeshru has 3 range and 3 movement. So that's a double 3. That makes life much easier, as we all know, especially in arena and PvP modes and stuff like that. And then the other thing is, she doesn't care where she is. She doesn't have to like see the enemy. She can just unleash the Dark Dragon. He cannot do that. You always have to position this unit in a particular way. And this is made a lot harder because he's only got movement 2. So there's gonna be situations where enemies are lining up like, I don't know, like they are a shooting range or something, but your unit can only move 2 spots and you would have needed 3 spots to get into the right position to damage all the enemies. There was just a video by fellow creator Trenton, in friend, should point it out, where he's showcasing what you can actually do with Lionet in Tournament Arena. And none of this would be working if Lionet wouldn't have 4 movement out of the box. Like, that's kind of important. That's kind of part of the deal. Lionet is kind of dangerous because you can first move her up to 4 tiles and then unleash her effect. This is not the same for this effect. Alright, so what's the saving grace? Well, the saving grace could be that this effect is dealing a ton of damage. Alright? So there's still a saving grace. It could have a ton of damage. Also, that's a really good question. Griff was asking, does it have infinite range? Yes, it does. So that's a good point. in that sense, it's similar to... What's his name? The brewery guy. I will find him. I will find you. He's got a barrel on his back, and he's but sometimes being played in adventures, and that's the only time you ever play. Okay, let's look at this unit together. Where is he? Ah, here. He's next to Tokon. Okay, Balmur is his name. Yes. So Balmur, I guess, can be compared. He's active. The barrel roll, or barrel of brew. There's a big difference here. He cannot use this effect if he has moved. Now, this is not true for our friend Ignozio. He can move and then still unleash the hail of bullets. So in that case, he's definitely better than Balmur. Okay? Alright, so the only saving grace for this effect, also there's something else that is relevant. This is ability damage. This means these shots cannot crit. Whenever you're dealing ability damage, you cannot crit. So that means that this amount is the final amount. There's no additional damage. Just imagine that you're doing 6 attacks, and every one of these 6 attacks had the potential to crit. My god, that would be amazing. It's not the case. You're always only dealing this amount of damage 6 times. So, the big question, how much damage are we doing? How much damage are we talking about? At level 35, he's dealing, I would say on average, 170 6 times. So, 6 times 170 is 1020 damage. This is actually a lot. 1020 at level 35. Because, as we saw, if we go back, this is not where we wanted to go. Gold rank 1 units, they don't have a lot more than 1000 health most of the time. So this is a unit that seems to be similar to Tim, for example, where they are absolutely dominating. They're really, really good up until the end of gold rank 1. And then once you go to diamond ranks, the effect gets worse. Like, relatively speaking, it's still a good effect, but relatively speaking, it gets worse. That's at least a theory that is kind of fair to assume when you're looking at these numbers. And then when we look at level 49, here he's dealing 420 to 669. So I would say, like, the medium is roughly 530, 540 if we're being gracious. So 540 times 6, that means he's dealing 3,240 damage. Now that is actually relevant. 3,200 is actually relevant because that means he's gonna be one-shotting a lot of enemies. Actually, he's dealing more. Sorry, guys. We need to look at this number because it's level 49 over here. So this would be more in the range of... Let me see. 753 minus 471 is 282. 282 divided by 2 is 141. So if I'm going 753 minus 100... Okay, so 610 is roughly the average. So let's say 610 times 6. So we're doing 3,660. Okay, I can live with that. 3,660 on average if we're shooting at one enemy. And if we now look at some diamond rank units, diamond rank 3, there is some beefy units, obviously, like Cerberus. He is super beefy, so he wouldn't mind. Although we have to still point out that Ignozio is a rogue, so he's doing more damage to mages. Okay, so even though Cerberus has magical armor, which is good for him, he would be taking a bit of abuse. Not that, like, let's say, okay, we got this is the damage 360, and then we have to multiply this damage by 125 because of him being a rogue. That means he's doing 4,575 roughly to Cerberus. But there's still magical armor, so he would be surviving with, I don't know, 1,500 health or something like that if you throw the active at him. But again, this is a very beefy unit, Cerberus. If you look at some other... Okay, that's a very beefy unit as well. There is units, for example, Snazzbang, that would be one shot. This unit could go to town and just like one shot an enemy, certain enemies at least. Aketru, this is kind of close. Yeah, this is very close. If you're getting lucky with your 20% multiplier, because every attack in Rivengard has a chance to do 20% more damage or up to 20% less damage. If you're getting lucky, Aketru is dead. No, Aketru is actually 100% dead because you're doing this times 1.5 because he's got color and class advantage against Aketru. So Aketru, he could one-shot. That's kind of good, obviously, because that's a relevant unit. No chance, obviously. Corrin, super beefy. Nimrul would be dead. Yeah. Nimrul, kind of close, but probably dead. So there is a couple of units, especially glass cannon units, which obviously makes sense, where he could just one-shot them. He could do a lot of damage to Giggs, almost get him, almost get him, but he cannot 100% go all the way. Like, Giggs would still survive this with a tiny bit of health, like, I don't know, 500 or something like that. Like, will the bullets continue out of his range 3? I think so, yeah. But in the description says you need a target in range. Does it? Let's go back. He, in one of 6 directions towards a target in range. Oh, okay, so much for the infinite range. Thank you, I didn't catch that. Yeah. Alright, so obviously no effect exists in a vacuum. There's a lot of effects in Rivengard that if you just look at them on their own, they would not be good. You always have to look at things in a broader perspective. So if you first use Giggs, for example, on enemies and soften them up, and then you use Ignozio, there's a really good chance that he's gonna kill 2 or 3 enemy units. Now, this combo is not as good as it sounds, because Ignozio is doing ability damage and not physical damage, so the fact that Giggs' passive is poisoning the enemies would not benefit you. So this effect is kinda good. I don't think this is as good as Queen Akeshu's active. I believe it is better than Salvo's active in most cases. It's definitely better than Katsuma's active, because everything's better than Katsuma's active. And it's also definitely better than Monty's active, except when you're going up against dragons. Against dragons, 3000 damage is not a lot. Like, you need actives that really make a difference. Like, a Dorga, for example, gives you 9 summons around the dragon, and that is more than 3660 damage over the course of a couple of turns. So, or even Silverroot, for example, does more damage on the last turn. So you do not play units just for their actives unless the active is massive. And again, he's competing against Snazzbang, and Snazzbang's active is doing like serious damage to dragons. Alright, so the active, good, not great as far as I'm concerned. Let's talk about the passive. Because, just like I said, no effect exists in a vacuum. This is especially true for Ignozio, because his passive reload is actually working into the active as well. So, this is a passive that actually makes the active stronger. And it's kind of hard to read, in my opinion, because these two sentences, they exist like on their own. They have nothing to do with each other, okay? So we have to read every sentence for itself, by itself. So, if he does not attack, on his next turn, he does a double shot, dealing plus 28 damage on his normal attack. So that means you move him somewhere, enemy cannot attack him, enemy's moving in, and then the enemy has to be a bit more careful because you are now dealing more damage. This is kind of good. This is very similar to Monty's passive, but wait, there's more. On any turn that he does not move, so 2 things. One time, not attack. One time, move. If he does not move, you are adding plus 14 damage to his normal attack, or there's still more, or 2 bullets to hail of bullets if used that turn. Now this is super interesting. If you get him into the right spot, and this is possible on certain maps. You know these very long maps in Hero Arena where the enemies are just moving at you like headless chickens, basically. There's a couple of those maps. We could go over them, but you know them. Suddenly, we're not talking about up to 6 bullets times 610 damage. We're talking about 8 bullets, and 4880 is serious damage. If we factor in the rogue bonus, this might actually be enough to even kill a Servatus. One shot a Servatus without anything else. Now this is actually getting into a very different range. This suddenly means that this unit means business. So the passive factors into the active and makes the active much stronger as far as I'm concerned. Also, if you're not using the active, you're dealing plus 28 and then on top of that plus 14. That is a lot at level 8. That is a lot. We're talking 42 damage. That is 1/3 even of beefy units in Tournament Arena. So if you're good at getting the positioning right of your units, and keep in mind this guy has range 3, and with a Naevis he has range 4. If you get the positioning right, this could be a pain to play against in Tournament Arena, because he's just one-shotting mages left and right, even though he's doing magical damage. If you're playing this guy together with a Snazzbang, and maybe, I think this is pushing it, but maybe an Nixie, you can do some serious annoying stuff in Tournament Arena. Because you just like from a distance you're shooting everything. Alright, this gets better, obviously. Reload at level 35. he's doing plus 280. This is massive. This is a lot at level 35. Because we talked about this, level 35 units, gold rank 1, they have around 1000 something health. Maybe 1500 if they are like a very beefy unit. 280 is definitely significant, it's definitely relevant. And then plus 140 on top of that, like great, absolutely great. And then 2 more bullets, we talked about this. He is really good going up gold rank 1 against gold rank 1. And similar to Tim in my opinion, but he stays relevant at higher levels, whereas Tim falls off a cliff, like he's suicide diving off a cliff after gold rank 1, where Tim's active doesn't really do anything unless there's water. Alright, so this is level 35, and then obviously level 50, he's doing plus 1000 damage almost, plus 939, and then when he also doesn't move, he's doing plus 1300 in total, or again 2 more bullets. So this is relevant. This is highly relevant. I cannot stress this enough. This passive is really good, and the fact that this can factor into the active is like a big deal as far as I'm concerned. So this unit can be devastating, even though it is situational. All right. Cool. Let's look at some live videos. We don't have like a whole lot. This unit is not relevant for guild raid. Like, let's not even try it. Okay. I do not see a single situation where this unit is great against dragons, because first of all, he's a rogue. Rogues have a harder time against dragons because dragons are warriors. So you want to play mages because mages are dealing more damage to warriors. This unit is never, in my opinion, going to be relevant in guild raid because he's competing for a spot with Snazzbang and even Monty, and they both are like really kind of specialized on dragons. I mean, Snazzbang is just generically good or amazing in like almost every game mode. So Snazzbang like blows him out of the water. Okay, there's no, even with color advantage, it doesn't matter. This unit cannot do anything in guild raid. This unit is kinda relevant in hero arena, and I think the best chance this unit has to make an impact. This unit is really good in campaign because campaign enemies are always lining up for you, so they're like, "Ooh, shoot me!" And if you start with him and then you follow it up with Killer Keshu or the other way around, either way, you're going to be doing like a lot of damage. So this unit's best bet in terms of game modes is, in my personal opinion, Tournament Arena, and there he could be really annoying, especially when you combine him with Navis. Far and Far here. Hey, hello Keith. Hi. All right, so let's look at some videos. This is the end. So here we go. We only have like 3 minutes of video footage, but still we can see what this guy is doing. Okay, so this is the first match. Here we bring him into position and we can kind of see this is a good showcase of what this unit can do, because like him standing so centrally in the map is giving you a lot of control. Now the enemy has a hard time. He cannot get out of range almost. Like, if they stand in the back, okay, you can still move too forward and then you can still not shoot them, but almost. You're getting very close. They can almost not make a move with this guy. And then he does do massive damage. This is a bit of a misplacement of Sir Matt, because Nixie could have shot him, decides not to. He's a bit of a pacifist today. And this is also a bit of a risk with these two units lining up. So now Ignozio could shoot at the first unit, and then if Sir Matt would have gone down, he would have also shot at Tavarinci with high ground, and he's a rogue, she's a mage. That could have spelled doom for Tavarinci. Now, mistakes, this is kind of relevant. The fact that this is a rogue, this is a warrior. The warrior is almost dead. This is not normal. Okay? Yes, there's glass cannons like Snazzbang, they're just like, bye-bye, you're dead if I crit. Other warriors don't immediately fall flat on their face when a rogue is using their active on them. And Sir Matt is kind of beefy, he can also block if he gets lucky. Didn't happen here. So this kind of gives us an indication that this effect is really good in Tournament Arena, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so Sir Matt goes down after this. And then Bassi moves in because he's hulking, so he cannot get any closer. And then this is a waste, never to use this. Never use this effect of Queen Akesho unless you're 100% sure you're killing someone. Always put more shades on the board. It's always better to have more summons as far as I'm concerned. Then we see Lionhead taking out Frenaric. Yeah, Doge Frenaric is his name. I had a hard time finding character graphics and everything. I was looking over the folder and I'm like, all of these names mean nothing to me. Like Frenaric, I'm like, what? Did we preview this unit? Oh yeah, he's the Doge. Then I'm like, what was the? I even forgot the other name. Yeah, Contorta. I kind of know what unit that is, but I was also like, what's Contorta again? I don't know. These Fiveport names, they all kind of sound the same to me. That might just be me. Here we see him just shooting down Lionett casually shooting warriors left and right. And again, he didn't move. He did attack, but he did not move. So that means next turn he's again having more. He's again doing more damage. In the end, that's enough to basically win against this goldfish variant. But we did kind of see that the active can do like a lot of damage. If you find other maps, there's other maps where you don't have to move and you don't have to attack on the first turn, or you can't. And then on the second turn, if the enemy is moving in and he's making a misplay, you can suddenly fire like 8 bullets at him. I think this is like a guaranteed kill in Tournament Arena. This is pretty massive. Okay, here's the second match. Very similar to the first match. This time, this is a, I'm not sure if this was on purpose, but this is a really cool move. So if Queen Akeshu here attacks Giggs, the shade will spawn on the high ground, and then Scruffy's going to take out the shade. So this looks like, oh, Scruffy can get attacked. But no, he really can't. If Giggs can get attacked, but if Giggs gets attacked, Scruffy's just like handling the shade right away. Really cool positioning. Then, I don't know, these units were lining up to get shot in the face. I don't know why. But this is a display. Like, Kyle is showing us what this unit can eventually do if it ever gets a chance to deal with someone or hit someone. So we're just leaving him in the back, not moving. Or we're moving one place. You could have made an argument to not even move this one tile. Yeah. This guy, Wingtip is his name, almost taking out Ignozio. This is not super surprising. Wingtip is kind of good in this game mode. Ignozio does survive, but only like with a little bit. So again, the stats, they don't seem like super high. Here you could now move on to the high ground position and then shoot. Oh, this is my own Scruffy, or our own Scruffy. I never know. So here we actually have a situation where there's enemies lining up nicely for us. This Surflow and the summon, or Sir Matt and the summon. If it's an enemy, Sir Matt, I never know. But the problem is, this guy only has 2 movement. If he had 3 movement, we could go 1, 2, 3 tiles, and then from here, shoot this guy, and also shoot this guy. If he had 3 movement, we could go 1, 2, 3 tiles, shoot this guy, and then also potentially shoot this guy. So here you can kind of see a situation where the fact that he only has movement 2 is really showing you that Zuri could be a lot better if it had movement 3. Okay, this continues. We can move 1 tile, and then he's just casually taking out a Surflow, who is a warrior, which means Ignozio does not have class advantage. And Surflow on top of that is in the high grass, where you're taking less damage from ranged attacks. What is happening here? How is this possible? So I find this very surprising. Look at this. We're shooting for 17, then 15, then 19, 15, and then 40. I don't know how the 40 happened, because that's kind of like the outlier here. All the other values, I'm like, okay, I can get on board with that. So let's look at this. Hail of Bullets, level 8. We're doing 14 to 22 ability damage. What? 14 to 22 ability damage. But for some reason, we're doing 14 to 22 every attack. This doesn't seem right. Unless ability damage ignores the grass? Is that a thing? No. Right? No. Defensive multipliers in Rivengard always get applied. It doesn't matter if a Tim is hitting you with his active, because it's ability damage. When you're in a shrub, you're taking less damage. This doesn't look like he's taking less damage. As far as I'm concerned, 14 to 22, and this is 14 to 22 every attack. So I'm not sure what happened here. I also don't know why he's dealing 40 with the last damage. Either way, Surflow is going down, despite him being in high grass. I don't understand this, to be honest, at all. If somebody can, let me know how this makes any sense. I'm all ears. Alright, and then basically the match is over, obviously. So we can still capture another capture point. We already have 4 points, now we got 5 points, and for some reason the game thinks like, oh my god, my time is running out. No, it's not, we won. Alright. So that's kind of the unit in a nutshell. We did see that the active can be in certain situations absolutely devastating. The movement is the biggest issue with the unit. This would be a relatively dangerous unit if it had 3 movement and 3 range. The stats are nothing to write home about, but he is kind of dangerous. He is kind of dangerous, especially if you get him into a really good position where he doesn't have to move, and then the next turn he can do even more damage. That's basically this unit in a nutshell. Alright, if you have any thoughts, let me know. Let me know. Now, since I haven't been playing Onslaught for something like 2 months, I don't know, like a long time, we're doing some Onslaught runs. I think, yeah, I think we can still do this, time-wise. I just need to find the right app. Boss lane, oh cool. We were slaying a boss while I was live streaming. Here we go. And so we can actually do some Onslaught, because the coolest thing about Onslaught is we can hand out a lot of summoning tokens. Because, in case you did not know, let's switch some thingies on the side. Let's leave Ignozio there. Crit. He cannot crit with his passive because it's ability damage. Conquering Onslaught. So flow is mounted. Okay. How does this factor in? I don't understand. Let me know. So we're hitting Mount, Twilight, and counter 1. So does not benefit from grass? Is that a thing? Mounted units don't benefit from grass? I've never heard this before. I also have to say I didn't read I didn't read the description of what grass does in a long time. Oh, that's kind of interesting actually. That adds like a new strategic layer. I didn't even know this. I've always thought that every unit is protected in grass. Good to know. Kind of makes sense. When you're on your horse, you're no longer covered in the grass. But I never heard this. Alright, here's how this works. We're hitting Onslaught. For every unit I lose, you guys lose a summoning token. I know, it sucks. So we're going to be trying to not lose any units. Before we hit it, we need to find out who we want to honor with our Honor Your Heroes feature. I believe that Nimrod was an option. Yes, because he's missing a Legendary Hero badge. And then, I think Nixie? No, Nixie's fine. Who else? There was somebody else I remember. Oh, Sir Matt. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. Sir Matt would be an option. No. And I think that's... Oh, Yasmin. Yasmin would be an option. So many options. Okay. So Yasmin is an option. And then also Nimrod. I think Nimrod is like the most important option, to be honest. Because I could... Ooh. I could almost get him right away to the next thingy. Star is the name. Okay. So let's play Nimrod. And hit some skeletons and some samurais. Okay, so here, wave 1. We have some undead gunners who are going up against us. And some skeleton warriors. These guys are... Oh, there's a lot of gunners. Gunners. Okay, always the same thing. Okay, cool. I guess if we can... Also, look at this. I cleared every wave because I had to play Onslaught in the last festival. And then wave 5 and 6, I tried really hard to not succeed. It was really hard. I remember this level. Yes, this was kind of easy. Okay, so we already have the Dark Team on the board. This seems like a good choice. There's skeletons coming our way, so Runner Clue can turn some of them. And the Nixie tree also sounds like a good choice. But where's Dorga? We're playing Onslaught and we want to win. So let's maybe play Dorga as well in the back. Nixie I'm not 100% because Nixie dies so easily. Also Nimrod I'm not 100%. We should actually be playing Yasmin here, I think. So let's play Yasmin as well. Then the only danger is then the first wave of enemies. We just need to be certain that the first wave is not going to kill us. But that's going to be okay. So, Yasmin, you're going to be somewhere at the top. Yes. So let's play Yasmin. And then we wanted to play Nimrod, even though this is going to be absolute pain. Alright, gunners on the right. Nice. Lots of enemies that can shoot us. He can go 1, 2, 3. So if we place a tree, he can no longer go 1, 2, 3. And our units are safe-ish. We're gonna be moving... Oh, we can hit? Oh, if we go into the shrub. If we go into the shrub, Queen Akeshru can get hit by 1 skeleton and up to 3 gunners. There's a chance she's not gonna survive this. So I'm not gonna risk this. And Dorga can go... Let's go to the side. Let's go here. And then Dorga needs to sidestep to this side. Because this one lonely skeleton is going to be our Dorga bait. Yeah, shoot yourselves. Yes, good job, guys. Okay, here we actually see Ignozio would be kind of goodish. against these guys. We can just Nixie shoot the first. And then use Queen Akeshru. That should give us 1 skeleton. 2 skeletons. Here we go. Now, Nimrod is not great here, but that's okay. Because we got Dorga. And now this guy has something to do. And Nimrod, we're just keeping there. Because we actually want to buff one of our mages with range. Ranged mages are the way to go. Okay, summons are dying, but that's okay. Because the tree is actually healing them again. And I think now it's time for a retreat, tactical retreat. Queen Akeshru here is... Ooh! Queen Akeshru on this side. Yeah, we're gonna go full offense. Full offense, come on. So Dorga is gonna take out this guy. And then we're gonna take out these 2 guys. More shades. Who needs Runner Clue? We got... Who needs Runner Clue? So Nixie can potentially kill someone. It's too many gunners. But there's enough summons on the board, so there's a decent enough chance that Nixie's not immediately going to die. At least not immediately. Yeah, shoot. Good. Okay, Nixie's still alive. Alright, now we have Frog Warrior. So this game has just entered the easy mode. Although actually not completely easy, but that's alright. I'm late to the party, glad I didn't miss it completely. Yeah, that's true. It's a double shot from the passive. Oh. That makes sense. That does make sense, yes. Okay, we're gonna be retreating a bit. And we could put another summon on the board. I think this is a good strategy, even though we're killing our own Dorga egg. And now I wanna use my... Yasmin is her name. To buff Nixie. Because Nixie can get goodish. Stop killing my frogs. Oh, guys, come on. Why are you doing this? Okay, so we need to continue our tactical retreat. Okay. Where's my Naevis when I need her? Just step to the side. Let's step a bit to the back. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Yeah, let's go with Dorga to the other side. Is this danger zone? Yes. Okay, one guy could be hitting Dorga, but that's okay. Dorga's not going to die from one shot. That's alright. Okay, I take that back. If Dorga gets crit like crazy, she might die from a one shot. Okay. So Nimrod can finally do something. Crit. Good. Good job, Nimrod. We can heal up. Nice. We can tactically retreat some more. Why is Nixie not able to do anything? Why is everybody shooting people? Okay, let's do something else. Ooh, Nixie! Look at you! You can kill someone. What is happening? Okay, let's make sure that we are not buffing the flower, because this can actually happen. Don't ask. Just don't ask. This is possible. Nimrod is... We're gonna be losing Nimrod if we attack here. It's kinda tempting. It's kinda tempting. We're not. We're trying to keep all of our units alive. Just for you guys. Let's move Nixie to the middle. Let's move Queen Akeshu to the front. Side to side. And then let's move here. Dorga can move to the other side and Nixie can do some healing. Here we go. Dorga back at 100%. Jesus, these guys, they have a thing for their shooting. Okay, let's switch sides with Queen Akeshu because there's less options for her to get hit here. And take out the gunners. The gunners are the problem. How is that stupid song? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Yeah, here we go. Those are the gunners. The gunners are the problem. So we can shoot it from the back. Sorry, Taylor Swift fans. I'm sorry. And then I think we just stay in the back some more. So we're going into the very last pocket on the map with our Dorga. Nimrod can just, I don't know, clean some flowers. Can pick some flowers for his friends. Stop critting! What's with you guys? This is getting really annoying. Okay, so now we need to actually play a little bit better than before. Because, I don't know, this looks like we're getting overrun. Slowly but steadily. So, you need to get down. Yeah, good job, Nimrod. Then, you need to get next to the tree into the healing. Okay, and Nixie, you need to... Ooh, we could also... No, we need to heal Queen Akeshru. Okay, and you need to... Here's some more bait. More bait. Yasmin is bait. It's a trap. Alright. Ah, good job, guys. You took all the bait. You took all the bait there was. Good job. I cannot thank you enough. Okay, Nimrul is critting too much. It's a good problem to have, I guess. Then we can use Nixie on this side. Nixie one-shotting an enemy. Have you ever seen this before? I'm showing you new stuff here, guys, okay? Some appreciation, please. Alright, and then let's take out this guy. That means that Yasmin can now go... Well, she could go into the shrub, but who needs to do that when we can just kill enemies, or not? And then we sidestep some more. Stop critting! No! Why are you killing Nimrul? Okay. Units lost 1. Ah, stupid glass cannons. Anyway. Wait, I need to make some more room here. 9 summoning tokens now. Who do we need? Oh, they still haven't fixed this. We're still getting fed the dark units because we played the dark hero at the beginning. Oh my god. Okay, do we switch sides again? I think not. I think not. Oh, now we can actually kill someone with Yasmin. But if we do, she's like super exposed. I don't like that. So let's move to the healing pad with her. And move a bit to the back and take out the gunner. Also now there's a shade in the way, so every enemy is gonna be like, meh. Why? What is this shade doing here? Nixie could get shot twice. If she gets shot twice, she's dead. Like dead. So I think it's smarter here to tactically retreat Nixie and heal Yasmin instead, even though it's not like a whole lot of healing she can do here. And then we do sidestepping with Dorga in the back. We're in the business of keeping units alive. I'm a doctor, let me through. Okay, Yasmin is now our tank machine, apparently. I'm okay with that. She gets healed by the tree. So that's fine. Yeah, we need to attack with Nixie here. This is gonna be dangerous, but that's okay. Why is that a new wave after this turn? How many waves are there? Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Get a shade strategically positioned. And then Yasmin needs to... I would say Yasmin needs to move to the back. Okay, and then we have another dog or something. Okay, this seems fine. Yeah, hit the tree. Good job, bro. Good job. Yeah, why hit something relevant when you can hit trees? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Good job. Okay, so we got a frog warrior again, so that means we're in business. Let's shoot this guy. Give our frog warrior maybe some assistance. Maybe? Can Yasmin tank that many hits? I'm not sure, to be honest. There's a lot of enemies here. We're playing with 3 units. We're playing Dorga. She's not really doing much except for creating a million summons. We're playing Queen Akeshru and Naevis, and they are like soloing the level. No! Oh, Yasmin almost dying here. What is happening here? Okay, I think we need to switch sides. Then we can move out with Yasmin. Then we can... Ah, Nixie gonna be dead. If Nixie gets shot twice, she's gonna be dead. Maybe in the shrub she can survive a bit longer. This seems like an okay move. Let's see. Alright, Charo stays in the back. Okay, come on guys. No, not Nixie, not... Oof, Nixie's still alive. Woof. This unit, if I ever get Nixie to diamond ranks, this is gonna be a very different story. All of a sudden, she's like highly relevant. We are staying in the back. Because someone cue the Bee Gees song. Staying alive. Staying alive. This is almost fine. We just need to move Dorga. And now we win. Yeah. Doesn't matter what you guys are doing. Okay, we got this. We got this. Yay! Here's an early applause for myself. We got this. There's nothing they can do now. There's just 2 of them against a million of us. Alright, here we go. Woo! We lost 1 unit. But that's okay. He's trying to avoid unit deaths. I come in mid-game and see a random Taro on the board. Yes, that's true. Forgot about that. Would just run Taro in to die. I know. I would do the same thing. Great song to do CPR. Yes. Poor Nixie, you can do it. Yeah, Nixie survived. This is actually the biggest accomplishment in this entire run. Alright, let's see. We want to honor Nimrul, please. Oh, I mean, that looked kind of good. So, here's our... Will the sadness continue? I mean, eventually we did get the badge. So, let's see. No. Okay. So, no luck for me, but maybe some luck for you guys. So, if you want to enter our prize drawing, simply leave a comment in the chat. And I'm going to be entering you here. And you can win 9 summoning tokens. So, I'm just assuming... Honoring Nimrul, yes. I know. So I'm assuming that Broho wants to participate. I'm just going to be assuming a couple of things. So I think that Lilac wants some summoning tokens. Tracer as well. Then Engine wants some. Who else did post something? Ooh, Kissy Hey, hello. You still around? I hope so. Well played though. Thank you. Underwhelming? That's alright. Mr. Carlson. Can I write this? Oof! I got this. I got it. Got this. Yo, hey, Futzenberg. Hello. I think Ollie should donate a summoning token since he lost the unit. If I can, I would. I'm not opposed to that. Griff is here. I'm flexible. Hello. Hey, Hugo. Hey, hi. Anybody else? So, the way it works, you guys say something, I enter you here, then we click start, and we pick a random name. Live on the stream. There's no shenanigans here. Should I use my... Oh, here we go. Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Couldn't put the face to the name. Or the in-game name to the out-game name. Hi. Hey, Amethyst. Hello. I mean, we did say hello earlier. I'm not a troll at all. Keith, hey. Not yet. What? Inza is in. I got Inza as engine here. Mari is here. Hey. Chowan is here. The winner is here. If only it were this easy. Anybody else? Inza, Mari. Just scrolling up. Give me a second. Oh yeah, Keith is far and far. Here we go. Far and far. Okay, good to know. Mr. 16 has posted something earlier, so I'm just gonna put you in there. And Eunice is also here. I'm not sure if Eunice is still here. Is Eunice still here? If Eunice is still here, holler at me. Actually, I'm just gonna assume you're still here. It's gonna be fine. Come on. Alright, so I think those are all the names that posted something today. Yannick doesn't want to participate. He's one of my watchers from the other streams I do, which is web design. Buck is also here, or at least was here. Buck is here, and Dörfel. Where's Dörfel? Here's Dörfel. I got Dörfel. Like, wait a second, I got Dörfel. Alright, I think we're good. We have apparently 20 people in the chat, and I have 18 names here. We left out Yannick, and there's a chance that someone someone is hanging around. Sometimes this happens. Kyle sometimes watches these streams if he has the time, which I do not expect, obviously. I think that's it. Alright, I give you, I don't know, suddenly we have 21 people in the chat. Ooh, somebody moved in. If so, post something in the chat right now and you can win something. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a slow count from 10. Yeah. This is... These days you can just do everything here. Count down 10 seconds. Yeah, I don't even have to do this myself anymore. I can do this. I thought this is possible on YouTube, on Google directly. Oh yeah, here we go. Last chance. It's not that exciting. Oh my god, this keeps going. What a nasty sound effect. Alright, that was your chance. So, let's pick a winner. Where's my Zelda chest? Oh, I missed it. I completely missed it. Okay, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. But congratulations to Dörfel, who won our first prize drawing. Let me just copy that, send it in, and where's Mr. Kyle? Hey there. We played Onslaught after the character preview. First round, I lost 1 unit. So 9 summoning tokens go out to Dörfel. Dörfel, please send a message to Kyle on the Discord, and he will eventually grant you some summoning tokens. Alright, also, I'm sorry, but Dörfel, I'm going to remove you here, because I want other people to be able to win something as well. Remove winners from list of names. Yes, this is what we're doing. Don't take it the wrong way. Alright, back to Onslaught. Round number 2. Round 2. Wait a second, I have to switch this. How does this work? I have 400 buttons here. Also, let me just give you... Yeah, here I have other sound effects.
You win.
Yeah, maybe. If we get there again. Alright, so second Mount Twilight encounter. I wish I could just get rid of Nimrod in my squad, to be honest. Although I have to say that the tree that Nixie was giving us was really helping. I cannot say that Nixie was not good in this first run. Okay, there's more samurais. Skeletons are like the least scary enemies that there are. Also, there's only gonna be undead gunners on wave number 3. So until round 5, we have to win the board. We have to take over the board, and then when the gunners come, we're like, okay, whatever. Choose wisely. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channels. I'm good, thanks. No worries. Please don't put the stuff in the chat, please. Okay. All right. So we're not gonna switch the team. We're gonna stick with what we have. This should be relatively easy because the skeletons, they just they have a very, very hard time against Queen Akeshru. Queen Akeshru can like almost solo. If it were only skeletons, we might be able to solo almost with Queen Akeshru. Almost. I like 2 trees for Onslaught. Ooh, a tree on every side. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plant. Let me find it. I'm gonna be here all evening. This is one for the German ones. I think this doesn't translate so well to other countries, but this is the sound that they make when somebody makes a really bad joke on carnivals. We do have a carnival in Germany. It's less fun than the Brazilian one because it's way colder here, but still, this is one of my favorite sound effects. Yeah, Engine is like, yeah, Jesus, really? I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. Not translation at all for Hamburg. Yeah, that's true. Hamburg, people in Hamburg, they're not into carnival. Then again, I'm not either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like a big follower of carnival. I don't really get it. All right, so tree saves the day, and I think this is not a statement about the guild. I'm sorry. Okay, if anybody from Tree is watching, I'm sorry, guys. We could be using the active, but we're not, because we're just putting shades on the board. These enemies, they are gonna have such a hard time with the shades. We're gonna be fine here. Then we can use Nimrod on the right side, so that makes sense. And then we can move Dorga a little and give some extra power to Nixie. We could actually, yeah, completely. We could completely lock down one side with just trees. That would actually be kind of interesting. Kinda? Are we already strong enough to one-shot skeletons? Not yet. But we can create some darkness, so the skeletons are now out of commission. They cannot run through anymore because they have to get through the tree. And quite honestly, I like the idea. I like the idea of going with a second tree. So let's see if this works. Let's see. Also, the darkness has a secondary effect. It blocks the enemies from just running through. It blocks our own summons from running through. So there's a higher chance that we get our summons to... I misplayed this. No, actually it's fine because there's darkness. There's darkness! Oh my god, this is great. This is awesome! Okay, we're good. We're good here. Yeah, look at this. They can't get through. You shall not pass because darkness. Everybody's seen this movie. And we can just, from a distance, just attack these guys and put even more shades on the board. So this is exactly the game plan that I talked about before. So this was not just me like mumbling stuff and not having a point. This was me having a point for once in my life. We're just like taking over the board, trying to, at least, with shades. And obviously the dangerous wave is wave number 5, because then the gunners are... The dangerous wave is wave number 5, because in number 5, the gunners come alive. Yeah, we're going there. I'm gonna be working more of this material into this live run now. I'm sorry. You have to suffer through this. This is. I'm sorry. Again, I don't really have any other words for this. Okay. Cue the Archeo Darkness quotes. I always use Bullmon in this. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Bullmon would have been good. Especially against all of these skeletons, he would have been like super powered. But I don't know. I'm on a weird mission to showcase what Queen Akeshu can do, because nobody knew what Queen Akeshu can do. I know. So here we can just continue our... We already won the right side completely. Ooh, we could get rid of a gunner in the back. But if we do so... Actually, this is fine. This is fine because we can place Yasmin here. Yasmin is now blocking the spot for the enemies. Nobody can get through. Yasmin is playing Gandalf. You shall not pass mode. And we're good. Like, we're just gonna, like, create an army of beefy frog warriors. Yeah, I mean, this is a joke at this point, okay? We can almost solo this level with just, like, these units that we have here. Boom, crit. Okay, there is a chance that we're gonna be losing Yasmin if I keep this up. Because even though she is beefy, she might not be taking that much abuse. But we get the frog warriors coming from the other side. We're outflanking the enemies on the right. That's what they would say if this was a historical channel or something. So let's... Oh Jesus, these guys are lining up for us. They're like, I wanna die. Okay, so now we can get Yasmin into a shrub, which sounds like a plan, I guess. Is it? No, even better. We can get a shade in a shrub. A shade in a shrub. Yeah, I mean, that's a combo if I've ever seen one. So we can continue our egg production plant, aka Dorga, and now Yasmin can retreat. So eventually, the spot of beefy unit that has to prevent enemies from getting through is now going to be taken by a frog warrior, which is like an upgrade. Sorry, Yasmin, I'm sorry. You know I love you, but I mean it's true. So now we have we need a second healer on the right side. But other than that, we're good. Nimrod could really do some damage here, but there's gunners. So, no. We're just going to continue our plan. We're planting more trees, I guess. The double tree is really doing some work here. Look at this. Unkillable frog warrior. Wow. If only our Nixie could one-shot this enemy. Okay. Okay, I guess she can. We don't even have to move units anymore except for Dorga. Wow. This is a really good combo. They are eventually going to break through on the right side. We need more summons on the right. Yeah. It went down. But this one frog warrior on the left side is like, nope, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna go down. Okay, now we need to continue placing shades on the board. Oof. How's this happening? Okay. Okay. I'm still okay. He's hitting the tree. He's got like 5 different targets that he can hit with his attack, and he for some reason thinks like, oh yeah, a tree. That's a good target. This is one of those situations where I really lose all my respect, like in terms of, oh my god, the machines are gonna take over. No, they are not. They are definitely not. Let's take out this guy, and then we can potentially kill this guy and kill it with Yasmin. Yasmin amassing damage now. This is the weirdest match ever. Alright. Yeah, come on. Nobody can kill our frog warrior. Unkillable frog warrior army. Go! It's crazy what some of these diamond rank units can do. I mean, seriously. Seriously. We can place Yasmin here because she cannot get shot because the enemies would have to get next to our frog warrior to shoot her. And that means they don't have range anymore if they are standing next to one of our units. And we just create more summons. And speaking of summons, Dorga, sidestep please. Okay, here we go. I think we're on to a perfect run here. Looks good. Queen active. No, I'm only killing 1 unit. Oh no, we lost the Frog Warrior. Fortunately, there's 2 more. So here we can actually kill 2 enemies with the active of Queen. Also, if I could get to the gunners, my god, they are all lining up like crazy for us. But I think here the Queen active is kind of alright. Oh, I'm only killing 1 unit because the dragon is going for the maximum number of damage targets. Good that this game is stronger than me. Is there any more waves? Is that it? Oh, okay, so we can actually start moving forward now. Okay, sure. So let's bring Yasmin in. Why not? Let's move slowly forward with Nimrod. We can do this. Oh, this is crazy. We're just taking over the map. Yes, we did play this. Yeah, talk about takeover. We did play this patiently, so I'm not like, oh my god, this was a terrible play. But it's just crazy that we're just winning over the map. We're like, yep, throw everything you got at us. We're like, okay, whatever. Here. All right, that's it. Woo! Congratulations. Oof, an orb. We got an orb. That means if we ever get lucky enough with Nimrod and we get his legendary thingy, we can actually right away promote him. That's great. That is great. Okay, so here we go. Any moment. I have so many buttons here. Continue. Only 5 units now. I should have pressed it. Okay, I'm gonna get my timing right, and that's it, but still good. Still good, it's another orb. I can live with another orb. Alright, so that means we get 10. Woo! 10 summoning tokens. Yay! Who wants to participate? I'm very sorry Dörfl is out, but he already won 9. He's not gonna be mad at me for that, I hope. Is there anybody that showed up while we were playing this round just now? If you do not see your name on this list, if you cannot find your name there, please post something in the chat right now. Oh, I see. Hey, hello. When did you show up? Did you say something when you showed up? No? Okay. So, Amma's here. That's it. Oh, Boron is here. Hey, hello. Is that it? Woo, we got 100 messages today with Restream chat. Yes, that's it. Oh, Wojciech is here. Hello, hello. Here you go. Wojciech is also in. I said heya. Oh, sometimes this happens. In this app that I have, messages don't show up. Oh no, I see you. You said congrats, Dörfl. Did you just show up? I got here too late. Oh yeah. Okay, you showed up immediately after we did the first prize drawing. Okay, I see. Then it was my fault. I'm sorry. It was the more likely reason for this anyway. Alright, so that means we're going to be doing another prize drawing. Also, this is the wrong camera perspective, but here we go. Sorry. That was very confusing for you because I was referencing a list you guys didn't even see. Okay, so if you do not see your name on this list, please say something now. Let's do our high quality countdown again. Oh my god! I actually have to look for a better countdown. This was really bad. 10-second countdown timer with voice to start a show. Oh, really? I'm intrigued. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Okay, we're gonna be doing this every time now.
I have your attention, please.
Jesus!
The show starts in.
It's a prize drawing, but still.
9.
You sound like a fellow Canadian.
7.
Wow, this is the best countdown I've ever seen.
5.
Wow, this is dramatic. Had we done this prior to the New Year's, this year would have automatically been the best year ever. Go! Okay, so now we can finally get our prize draw again. Okay, this is my favorite video on YouTube. I'm gonna favor this in a second. So let's do a prize drawing, and this time I'm gonna get the timing right. No, almost. I did forget that it first reloads. But anyway, congratulations to Engine. Oh my god. What a disappointment. So Engine wins the second round of summoning tokens. In the second round, Engine Sun won. And I did not lose a unit. So 10 summoning tokens for her, please. Alright. What a travesty. It's a train wreck, but we're gonna keep this up. We're gonna keep going. Okay? We got one more chance to get this right. I mean me, okay? It's not you guys, it's me. And girls. I'm gonna get rid of the because we can't see the stream. Let's make Ignozio smaller. Yeah, we need more chat. Chat. We're needing chat. So this is a reference to a German rap song from the 90s. Dörfel will know it. Was geht denn, Alter? Ist der nächste Satz. Alright, got nothing on my last 10 pull. Yeah, I know the feeling. But then again, I also kind of have all the units I want. Congratulations, really sounding Canadian, so many apologies. It's okay, I'm going to stop apologizing now. Alright, Mount Twilight, encounter number 3. 7 waves of fun. This time, 7 waves of less fun than before. Because we're starting with Undead Gunners. Meh. We're still looking for that elusive badge for our Nimrul. Although we could also go for Yasmin. Given the fact that there's so many gunners that are going to be heading our way in a second, I'm kinda... No, we're gonna keep this up. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of enemies most of the time. We just saw the double tree strategy work like a charm. This is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Alright, this is our lineup, and we're keeping this lineup. Okay, cool. So far so good. The enemy on the right is now out of commission thanks to a strategically placed tree. And the enemies on the left... the enemies on the left, how far can they go? So this guy can walk 1, 2, 3 spots. Okay. That's kind of impressive. He can walk 3 spots. So we should move Kinakesho here because we cannot one-shot one of them. Yeah, I think I've got a plan. So let's move Nimrod 1 back. Let's move you here, sidestep here, and we're good. Would you stop critting, please? Okay, and now we're going in with... This is not a great plan. Okay, so now we need to handle one side with Nimrod. I'm switching plans in the middle of the plan. Okay, then we can actually use Dogger here to prevent this guy from doing anything. And then, yeah, we can almost kill them. Let's try with a Yasmin hit. And then, let's do it here. Yeah, this looks okay. So now we need to get Nixie to high ground, because Nixie on low ground has a high chance. Nixie on low ground has a high chance of getting killed. And we're just healing here. Okay, now we're in business. Samurais, don't scare us. We are not worried about samurais. So we can now just stay back and plant more trees, I guess. Are we planting trees again? Sure. Save the rainforest. This is what we're doing to save the rainforest. Okay, and I think we now need to retreat with Dorga. And call it almost a day. Almost a day. The main problem of the enemy right now is they are only 3. There is such a thing as strength in numbers. Especially in a numbers game like Rivengard, when you can throw so many summons on the board. They now do have some issues here. They cannot really do any damage to us. Let's stay in the back with Nixie. Nixie just like casually healing someone by taking a sidestep. It's like Nixie's like, I don't know, some weird character that's like, oh, I'm annoyed with you, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna be taking a dump, and Nixie's like, yeah, I'm gonna be taking a dump and healing you at the same time. I know this doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but in my head it does. Okay, let's place a shade strategically in a tree, in a shrub. Almost the same. It's also a plant. And then we just, I don't know, sidestep in the back. Okay, and now we got frog warriors, 3 of them. Yeah, this is almost over, to be honest. What's the new wave after this? The new wave is Spirit Samurais. This means that we can actually move to the front with our Queen Akeshu, because the enemies cannot get past here. Because this guy has pole arm. So even if a samurai were to go 1, 2, I don't know, ends up here and then goes 1, 2, 3, yeah, 2 spots and attack Queen Akeshu, not possible because he cannot get past the Frog Warrior. So we're actually safer here than it looks. And that also means that Nixie can go here. Because, again, pole arm. So we can move our healer to the front and start healing our units, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. We already took over this encounter, and it just started. Yeah. Yasmin is a bit lost, to be honest. That's okay. So look at them. They cannot get through. They are dealing with our Frog Warriors. So we're blocking them. Now we have a 1 turn. Yeah, we can go here. This is fine. I would just wish we could heal a unit, but I don't think we can. Can we go here with Nixie? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, indeed, we can. Alright, so we can just keep healing. Moving Nimrod to the front is not the smartest idea. But let's see if we can move him carefully without losing anyone. Yeah. Now we have a different problem. We cannot put shades on the board because there's no targets anymore. But we can heal our shades. And I think we can just stay here. I think we're good. I know you guys don't want me to lose units, but I think we're safe. Yeah, we have too many Frog Warriors that have pole arm and that are preventing the enemies from getting through. So now we can get rid of this guy. Get a shade on the board. We could get rid of the other guy. We might as well... Nah, let's get rid of him first. Sometimes our units are so smart that they step on our flowers to heal up. Here we go. They do that. So there's a new wave after this turn, but this wave is going to be samurai, so that means they are not dangerous at all. We can retreat a bit into the corners with our other units, and we can heal some more. There's also a flower in the middle. So, like I said, we took over this encounter. This is my house! This is a wrestling reference. From, I don't know, 10 years ago at least. Is that it? Oh no. What's happening in 2 turns? 4 gunners. Okay. Sure, I guess. So 4 more gunners and then we're gonna be done. We can almost play this blindfolded at this point. So let's not... Yeah, Nixie's safe. It doesn't look like it, but she's safe. Again, polearm is the reason why. Queen Akeshu is not safe. But she can tank 1 hit. So she's kind of safe-ish. Let's put Yasmin strategically in the middle here, because then Nixie is... Yeah, let's leave Nixie in the back. Even though we're not buffing anybody, it's fine. Yeah, here. Queen Akeshu took 1 hit, but it doesn't matter, because she's beefy enough for 1 hit. And now we just need to make sure... Yeah, I think we're good. So we can use this attack, and then we can move here, and now this gunner can no longer hit Nixie. And even though Nixie is almost like a very, very skinny unit... Oh, we do have the active. Here we go. Here's the active. Just so we used it. Oh, okay, we're done. Woo! Here we go. Easy! And I'm always fretting about the correct timing of the sound effect. Yes! I am. It's the little things. I'm a perfectionist. Alright, let's continue here. Okay, and Nimrod, come on. All good things come in 3s. No! Okay, we're more in this range again. Okay, no luck for me, but that's okay. It's okay. The game knows that I got most of the stuff, so it's like, okay, you don't need this. Alright. Last summoning token drawing of the day. It's again another 10 drawing. A full selection of summoning tokens, basically. If you do not see your name on this list over there, please post something in the chat and I'm gonna add you. Take my name out. The thing does this automatically because I clicked this. Remove winners from list of names. This site is not doing a lot of things, but this one thing it's doing really well. So engine is out. Sorry, engine. Anybody else who just showed up and wants to win something? Oh, I forgot we got the best countdown in the world. All right. So, you have 40 seconds. I have to say, this is a bit too slow. We need to speed this up a bit. Okay, so this is our last prize drawing for the day.
Starts in 10, 9, 8.
Come on, come to Papa. Yeah, in any moment.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Okay, we can go, is what the countdown says. Alright, so let's see. This is our last prize drawing of the day. I have to click here first. Haha. And then I get this right. Hey. Hello. You just showed up in time. Wahin wants to participate. Anybody else? How did you just show up? Good timing though. Good timing. I should take a page out of your playbook so I get the timing right for my treasure chest sound effect. All right, let's see. This is gonna be it. Good. I'm proud of myself. Congratulations. Hallelujah to myself. And congratulations to Towen for getting the prize drawing. Took me long enough. So we want to have this link on the last round. In the last round, on the last run. I didn't lose a unit. Planting trees, left and right. Literally. Yeah. I didn't lose a unit. So 10 summoning tokens. I'm so proud of myself. Go to Joan. There's an age-old story from many years ago where we were doing we were in a bar hanging out with friends, and then I was making some jokes and nobody was laughing, and then one of my best friends made some jokes and nobody was laughing, and then we looked at each other, and then he said, the main reason why Ollie and I are such good friends is because we can laugh about our own jokes. We don't need the other people to laugh. It's fine for us. We're happy with our own jokes. Ever since when this happens and I'm making too many bad jokes, I have to think of this situation. All right. Congrats on the effect. Thanks. I appreciate it. So that's it for today. We did conquer Onslaught. Woo! Quite well. We did quite well in Onslaught, even though we didn't get what we were looking for Nimrod. We did get another orb and some other rewards that I kind of forgot about, but that's okay. So, this new festival starts. You now know everything about this unit there is to know. It's a decent unit. It is better than pretty much all the other movement 2 range 3 rogues, except for Snazzbang, and that's a bit of a pity. That also concludes the entire faction of the Fiveport guys. If we go by faction and we look at them, let's go back here. Sorry, guys. If we're rating this entire faction, I have to say they are not very high on my list. Like Vittoria gets a pass because she's a looter. That's you will always play her on Treasure Beach. She's got good effects. She's like a good warrior. Didn't change anything, like except for Treasure Beach, obviously. But there's no game mode where you're like playing Vittoria over anybody else. So like a decent unit, it's a looter. Okay, fine. Then we have Lucente. He's like a cute unit, like a decent healer, impressive stats, like the highest stats among all of the mages. But I would never play this unit in any game mode ever, unless it's like an adventure. So meh. Then we have Frederick. A unit that's mostly known at the moment for breaking the game for a while. Not great. The effects are cool. He can be annoying in arena. Meh. Yeah, it's not a unit I'm like, woo, 5 stars, best unit ever. Then Vittoria, we just already talked about it. Contorta, I don't know, like nothing about this unit excites me. I'm sorry. Nothing about this unit excites me. This is I don't know, this is one of the worst units in the game as far as I'm concerned. Like, she's cute and all, but not great. So if we're looking at the faction as a whole, I think this is an extremely underwhelming faction. The main issue that I have with this faction is that none, not a single one of these units are affecting guild rate, the most important game mode for most of us, whatsoever. Now, if you add to that the fact that the last faction was the Hive, and out of all of the units in the Hive, the first one that was released was Snazzbang. He did affect guild rate, and then everything after didn't. And they also do not really affect... I mean, Tournament Arena, Bussy, Sprocket, Wingtip, really good units for Tournament Arena. Snazzbang, really good in Tournament. You could actually make a case that the Hive, if you only were to play one faction, the Hive might be among the best factions when you have to play single faction in Tournament Arena. So... there's reasons why you could get excited about Hive units. I also think that the mechanic, yeah, I'm gonna be doing this until the rest of the stream today. Okay, the mechanic or trade actually is fun and cool, and especially Sprocket is like a really cool unit that allows you to do new stuff that wasn't possible before. So the Hive is a fine faction as far as I'm concerned. Sacred Grove. Not the strongest faction, but Servidus, an absolute beast. You want to play Servidus in guild rate, like left and right. Super, super strong. Nixie has her users. We just saw this in Onslaught. Scruffy is a very interesting unit because he can really affect Hero Arena when you're mostly playing summoning based. Like Scruffy's unit I don't like to see. I'm happy that Snazzbang exists because Snazzbang is my main way of dealing with Scruffy. I don't have a whole lot of other ways, to be honest. Sometimes when I make mistakes in positioning and Snazzbang gets shot down, Scruffy can almost single-handedly beat my preferred arena team. The Scruffy is a very relevant unit. Silverroot is an exciting unit. Absolutely great in adventures. Our ongoing joke that Kai loves Silverroot. Great in campaign as well. Like you can get lightning victories with ease if you have a powerful Silverroot. And then Caven Realm and everything that came before we dominated. Like this is way too far in the past. But what I'm trying to say here, with so many words, we only get one unit per month normally. 2 weeks festival, 2 weeks nothing. 2 weeks festival, 2 weeks nothing. And then we also had some repeat festivals in the past. So if we're looking at the last 10 units that were released, which is basically the last year of Rivengard development, there was one unit, and that's Snazzbang, that was affecting guild rate. And this is the reason why for many people the game is getting staler. Or I don't know if there's such a thing as a higher version of stale. The game is kind of stale, at least when it comes to guild rate. Most top teams have figured out the dragons. Like if we're going to guild rate here, we're seeing 100k hits, which a year ago was like crazy. Like I have older videos from guild rate. Let me find something for you guys. It's an old video, so it's not like super current stuff or something. But let me find an older video for my channel. Like a year ago or something, we would be doing... oh, this is obviously the wrong browser. We would be happy if we were doing 50k against the legendary dragon. And now it's completely normal that you're doing 100k up to like 150k or something like that. So it's a very different game, and this game hasn't changed in a very long time. So if we go to content, and then I'm just going from so we have 30 pages of content. Okay, can we go to a... Okay, we can actually... Oh, sorry, no, we have more pages actually. 130 pages. All right, so let's find some older videos from last year maybe. Can I go to, I don't know, like page 5 immediately? No. All right, so here's something from March. Okay, need to go here, February last year, January last year. This is Roho, who used to be like the strongest player in our team for a very long time. Let me just quickly preview this. Just give me a second. I guess it's out there now anyway. Let's see. This is an older video. Yeah, we're doing like 70k at the time. 70k at the time, and you would be happy if you get like 70k in a run. So, and this was like the normal at the time. This is a legendary 1 dragon. If we don't have a strategy where we're doing 150k, we're like, okay, this is like nothing. It's like no reason for us to get excited about the strategy anymore. So the game has shifted a lot, is what I'm trying to say in, again, so many words. And the game has not been shifting in a long time. Because all of the units that have been released in the last couple of months have not been affecting this at all. I really hope that they Snowprint, the developers of the game, come up with something for the new year where I don't know, where they're doing something to spice things up again. Tournament Arena is a welcome addition to the game. This is the new game mode that we got in the last year. It is very exciting if you have the time. The last Tournament Arena I didn't even play because I just couldn't commit to like getting all of these matches in that short amount of time. So one of the changes that they should be planning, in my opinion, would be having an option to play Tournament Arena like at different times, and also having like tailored matchmaking in Tournament Arena, so you can do like guild internal tournaments. You can go guild versus guild. You can do your own tournament tree where players are going up against each other. There's so many things that they could be doing, and that's already there, and for whatever reason they are not doing. I just hope that this year we're going to be seeing some of these things. They have been saying in October, November, something like that. It's like some months back, 1 or 2 months back, that there's going to be an announcement in January, what's going to be happening in the future, and I'm very much looking forward to that announcement so we know what's going to be going on. All right, with that, I'm signing off. Thanks and good night. Yes, exactly. Freneric helped me a lot during desert stages. He can tank archers like a boss. Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I remember in 50k versus the level 3 Ice Dragon was bonkers. Exactly, yeah. Still sci-fi for me. I started like a month ago. You're gonna get there, no worries. But it will take quite some time until one of the new units is at level 15. Yes, that's the other thing. Because it is so hard to level up units in this game, even if a new unit has an effect on guild rate, because it takes so long to get the unit to Diamond Rank 3, you see even less innovation. So we're already having a problem with not enough new units being released. And then on top of that, the game depends on your perspective. The game was or is making it too hard to get units to level 50. Now this got a lot easier with the recent changes, where you can just like spam XP books at the units, and they are actually making a dent. Because in the past, the XP books were absolutely nothing. I have several units that are only as high as they are because of the XP book change. Like Umanu was at 43 or something, and I haven't played a single friendly battle. I tried playing friendly battles, but I was already getting used to XP books, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is just too dumb, too repetitive. I would rather play 10 games of Marvel Snap because this is more fun, because I actually see some progress. I could do an entire video comparing Marvel Snap to Rivengard. Obviously very different games, but in a nutshell, the entire game system of Rivengard, the hex system, the units, the stats of the units, how you have to play high ground, shrubs, grass that doesn't affect mounted units apparently, like all of these things, the entire thing that Rivengard is built on, the entire engine, and on top of that, the unit designs. Not so much in terms of how strong they are, but like, I mean, look at these units. You can tell there's so much love went into the design of these units. Like the graphic artists that Snowprint has hired, like all of that stuff gets like 10 stars out of 5 possible stars. Everything is completely blowing people away. Yes, okay, the last couple of units have not really been affecting anything, but like all of that is great. And then everything else, everything that is not gameplay related in Rivengard, like this travesty of a summoning portal, this shop, the chests, I don't know, gems, I don't care. I think they're kind of a bit overpriced, but whatever. And the gold prices, this is kind of standard. This is almost in every free-to-play mobile game. It's the same stuff, that the stuff that you can purchase in the shop for real money is kind of crap, or it doesn't feel worth it. But like everything here, the chests, the daily deals, the summoning portal, again, which is a travesty. How hard it is to unlock new units, how hard it is to promote units, how hard it is to get units from rare to legendary. Like experienced players are drowning in ascension materials, like these stupid I'm sorry. Stupid emblems and like 76 green essences. What am I ever going to do with these? Like, who designed this? Who thought it's a good idea that you're coming up with resources that eventually nobody is ever going to need anymore? Like, all of this is like almost so bad that it makes up for all the good stuff in the gameplay in Rivengard. Like, the gameplay is here, and the entire backbone of the game, like the economy, the store, the ascension, the promotion, all of these things is like down there. And if both of these had been here, this would be like a AAA title. This would be like one of the most successful games in the App Store. But someone decided that we have to have essences and emblems, and it needs to be super hard to level a unit. And you can only get a unit to 50 if you play either 10 years, or you have to wait 1 year until someone finally gives in and makes the what's it called? The books do something. Yeah. Now I'm gonna keep trying to make them change their minds about stuff like Jesus Christ. Like 15 laurels for 300 shards. Are you like, what is this? What is this? Do you know how many energy you need to farm 15 laurels? This is like 120 energy on a really, really bad day. On a really bad day. Because 60 energy gives you 1 laurel normally. 6 energy gives you 1 laurel. And if you are like valuing that, 100 energy is like a 50 gem refresh basically. And then the other you just get. So this should be like 6 times less expensive. This should be like 50 gems. And that's a lot. 15 laurels are giving me a break. So I don't know. Rivengard is a tale of two games. One really successful, like whoever designed the units, the game modes and everything, they did like a really good job. And whoever was like responsible for the economy and how the units get better, I don't know, they didn't. All right. Sorry for the rant. I just had to get this out there. I will see you guys in the earliest would be in like 3 days, because then I'll have my summoning tokens refreshed, my Onslaught tokens refreshed, and then we could tear through some more Mount Twilight, which I would very much enjoy. I hope you guys too. So with that, I wish you all a very successful festival that is coming up. I hope some of you are kind of excited about this new unit. If you don't have like every unit under the sun, this is a really good addition to your team. He is going to help you advance further in the campaign and do well in tournament arena. So if you're like a newish player, this is going to be a really cool unit for you. If you're like one of the super hardcore veterans of this game, I don't think this unit is super exciting, but could be a good addition for certain game modes, tournament arena. With that, I wish you all a happy weekend. I hope to see you guys very soon again. And with that, I'm signing out. Bye-bye. Take care.